Welcome back, guys. Wednesday gave bulls another pop, but once again, the market ran right into the kinds of technical levels that keep this rally feeling suspect. SPY and DIA both stalled at their 200-day moving averages, small caps flashed hesitation, and the whole session felt more like pressure building than a clean breakout. You're watching the Stock Market Summary series. Please remember that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop. With that said, let's get into it. So we're basically digging into today's technical setups, some macro data, and the crypto charts. We really need to figure out if this market is actually breaking out or just, faking us out.
Yeah, because despite the SPY being up, about 0.56% and small caps closing green by over 1.2%, it genuinely feels like jumping against the glass ceiling.
Exactly, like repeatedly smashing our heads against it.
Right. And the mechanics of that ceiling are pretty straightforward when you actually look at the structure. Both the SPY and DIA got, firmly rejected right at their 200-day moving averages.
Which is just a massive level.
It really is. And the broader indexes are still trapped inside that jagged downward channel we mentioned yesterday. Plus small caps, the IWM, pushed up its 20-day line and just left a doji candlestick.
Just completely stalled out right there.
Yeah, totally stalled. We're seeing intense tension right there at resistance. So the market has to decide, is this just a brief pause to absorb supply, or is it the start of a violent reversal?
Right. And that ambiguity is exactly why tracking individual setups is so crucial right now, because under the surface, some charts are just completely ignoring the broader index stalling.
Oh, for sure.
Like AST Space Mobile actually broke out of a symmetrical triangle on really solid volume today, and TeraWolf is popping while holding a higher time frame uptrend. So the compression is resolving for specific names if you know where to look.
Yeah, and when you are stalking those individual breakouts in a tape this volatile using hard stop losses, it isn't optional. You have to remove the emotional decision-making before you even enter the trade.
Yeah. You can't just wing it out there.
No, definitely not. We actually teach those specific risk management frameworks in depth over the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
Yeah.
But the core principle is simple. Know exactly where your thesis is wrong and cut it when the chart tells you to.
Okay, but I want to push back on this broader rally, though, because, if we're hitting a 4-year high in U.S. import prices, which we just did in February, right, they jumped like 1.3%.
Yeah, huge jump.
So why on earth are equities even attempting to push green? The data is screaming that inflation is firming up. Is the market just completely ignoring underlying economic reality?
Oh, it is absolutely ignoring it. The tape is entirely distracted right now. You have this underlying structural inflation building. Even though, to be fair, the Q4 current account deficit narrowed to $190.7 billion.
Right, which is somewhat constructive data.
It is, but traders are just fixated on falling oil prices driven by U.S.-Iran de-escalation hopes. That geopolitical relief is acting as this massive psychological blinder.
So they're trading the headline and ignoring the sticky inflation creeping up right behind it?
Exactly. They're totally distracted.
Okay, but if inflation is quietly firming up while equities stall out, you'd expect capital to start hunting for alternative assets. Is that what's causing this massive energy buildup in Bitcoin? Because the daily chart looks less like simple consolidation and more like a tightly wound spring just waiting to snap.
Yeah, and that compression is highly visible right now. Bitcoin, which closed up about 0.32% today, is consolidating in what structurally looks like a bear flag.
Right.
But those two tectonic plates you mentioned, the 20-day and 50-day moving averages, have basically converged. That signals a massive energy buildup. It's a highly unstable setup.
Waiting to either force a violent leg higher or completely roll over.
Exactly. And meanwhile, we're finally seeing capital rotate into a relief bounce for the metals. Gold jumped over 3% today, and silver was up about 3.59% after some pretty significant sell-offs.
Wow, a pretty solid bounce for them.
It is. It doesn't repair the recent technical damage on their charts, but it gives bulls a little breathing room while capital tries to figure out where to hide from all this macro confusion.
Yeah, a green day can absolutely be a rejection day.
100%. Ultimately, days like today prove why understanding technical structure, like interpreting that doji at resistance or spotting those converging moving averages, matters so much more than just seeing a green close on your screen. That's the kind of tape reading we focus heavily on in the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
That is so important in a tape like this. So here's a final thought for you to chew on. If the market is perfectly happy using geopolitical relief to ignore a 4-year high in import prices right now, What exactly happens when that noise finally fades and inflation is forced to take center stage? Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.